Say what you will about Stephen Sommers and his Mummy trilogy, but believe me when I say that there is one thing he undoubtedly did right. He made a clear villain we easily understood. In some ways, you may argue that Imhotep's simplicity is actually what keeps him from being an interesting and compelling villain, and only holds him to the meager standards of an average action movie antagonist. But it's also this very simplicity that makes his death so sad and relatable.
The yes is just the crest, expressing myself the best. The recipe for death is testing me. I'm the next to be, pressing heavy heat up on your chest until you rest in peace. Let the lesson be, don't mess with me unless you want your dome piece blown into the Chesapeake.
Now, I know. The Mummy Returns is not a great movie and probably not even a good movie, but the quality of the movie as a whole is not the emphasis for this video. Today, I'm just focusing on one specific scene where everything Imhotep had been fighting for culminates in one single moment. His third death.
You fucking kidding me?
If it's been a while since you've seen The Mummy or The Mummy Returns, then let me remind you who Imhotep is. In his first life, he made the ultimate betrayal as he killed his pharaoh after sleeping with the pharaoh's mistress, whom he loved so much that he was willing to risk enduring the Hom Dai, a torturous and greatly feared ancient Egyptian curse, to be with her. After being caught, he was mummified alive and eaten by scarab beetles before eventually succumbing to death, where his fate only worsened as he now had to face the grueling torture of the underworld for several millennia. After being revived, he still only desired to be with Anck-su-namun, along with world conquest, of course. Each time he came back, he continued to love and protect her every step of the way until he was hanging in the balance between life and death over a hellacious pit of underworldly creatures pulling him down. In this moment, we see the situation turn on its head, as Imhotep is now the one in danger, and it's up to Anck-su-namun to save him. Imhotep, in his dying plea for help, begs his beloved Anck-su-namun, the woman he had repeatedly died for and sacrificed his own life to be with, to rescue him, but to no avail. In this one moment, Arnold Vosloo delivers one of the most haunting screams for help I have ever seen in a movie, one with so much emotion and pain that I couldn't help but feel sorry for him, even after all the heinous acts he had committed against the series' main character Rick and his family as well as the rest of mankind. You may think that as a character and as a villain, Imhotep is bland, uninspired, or just plain boring. But you cannot deny that if the series did anything well for this character, it was providing motivations for why Imhotep did what he did. Everything Imhotep did, from killing the pharaoh and stealing Anck-su-namun's body, to suffering the Hom Dai and fighting the Scorpion King, was for her, and she wouldn't even risk her own life to save him. This man literally died for her multiple times and she wouldn't even attempt to save him. In his final moment, after begging and crying for her and after seeing her so highly favor her own life above his, and after seeing Rick's wife Evie, his greatest adversary's true love, save him, even after telling her to leave and let him die so she could live on, Imhotep finally realizes that these hoes ain't loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal.
The hope in Imhotep's eyes fade completely as he finally understands that Anck-su-namun may have never truly loved him the way he loved her. What makes his death even more sad and emotional may be the fact that she actually did love him. Perhaps she just couldn't put herself into such a dire situation, even to save him, even though she may have loved him. It's easy for us as viewers behind the screen to say that we would have run through a burning fire or falling debris to save those we love without hesitation, but the truth is that most of us just don't know. It takes a great amount of courage to do something so heroic, and not everyone has what it takes. And maybe the reason we get so angry towards or feel so disappointed in people who are unable to sacrifice themselves for the greater good is because we worry that we might do the same. Maybe we aren't the heroes we envision ourselves to be, and that realization can be frightening. We saw how Imhotep reacted to Anck-su-namun's cowardice. His disappointment and hopelessness felt so authentic as he suddenly realized the truth, and his world quickly and totally changed. Anck-su-namun. Imagine loving someone so much that you would be willing to do anything for them, and then bluntly realizing that they might not share the same feelings. Imagine fighting and suffering every day for one thing only to realize that they don't even care. That's what Imhotep felt in his final moments, so much so that he gave up, essentially letting himself die by falling into hell. After everything he had done for her, he thought that she would come to rescue him in his greatest moment of need like he had done for her before, but after seeing her run away to save herself, he finally came to terms with who he was and understood that all he had known up to this point and all the love that he thought that she had for him was a lie, which to me is one of the saddest things a person can experience and is why I believe this is one of the most understatedly sad scenes in cinematic history.
Boy, if you don't
Alright, that's the video. I really appreciate you for sticking around. If you enjoyed it or you feel there's anything that I missed, please feel free to comment below and tell us about it. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, then just leave a like or comment what you want to see me cover next. You can even look on my channel for more videos like this one because I already have some other niche videos similar to this. I'm getting better every day, and I've got more stuff coming on the way. Stay tuned.